Okay. So this is an article from the Tampa Bay Times from 2019. And it says here, this is part of the St. Petersburg Times special report on Scientology that originally published on June 22nd, 2009. Okay. So this article breaks down the timeline of what happened to this woman, Lisa McPherson. So 1994, Lisa McPherson, a longtime Scientologist, moves from Dallas to Clearwater with her employer, AMC Publishing. The company is operated and staffed mostly by Scientologists who want to be close to the church's spiritual headquarters. A lot of Scientologists, including Tom Cruise, end up buying property in Florida so that they can, not have to pay for the housing there. September 95, a year later, okay, in a ceremony at the Fort Harrison Hotel, Lisa McPherson is publicly declared clear. So she moved a flag and within a year achieves the state of clear. I was also clear. Last lifetime. Thank you very much. In her last 5 years, McPherson spent more than $175,000 on Scientology counseling. She is 36. That's $35,000 a year she was spending just on services to go from zero to clear. Okay. After a minor traffic accident, Lisa McPherson takes off her clothes and tells a paramedic, I need help. I need to talk to someone. She's taken to Morton Plant Hospital for psychiatric evaluation, but signs out against the doctor's advice. Church members take her to the Fort Harrison. So this is truncated, but church members showed up at Morton Plant Hospital to convince the doctors, and they got her checked out against doctor's advice because they were going to take care of her. Supervising her medical care was Janice Johnson, who was not licensed to practice medicine in Florida and whose license was restricted in Arizona. December 5th, 1995. After 17 days, the Scientologists caring for Lisa McPherson worry that she's become seriously ill. They drive her to a hospital in Newport Richey, past 4 closer hospitals, so she can be seen by who? Dr. David Minkoff, Rebecca's daddy. She's seen by Dr. David Minkoff, a Scientologist who works in the ER. McPherson is not breathing, has no heartbeat, and is gaunt, bruised, and unkempt. Minkoff pronounces her dead. There's no local obituary and no public police report of her death. For those of you guys who don't know, she was mummified in her own room due to dehydration and malnourishment. So now by January 97, the Pinellas Pasco State Attorney's Office and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement joined the Clearwater Police in an investigation. An entire year later, they're finally investigating this. And so now another medical examiner is like, there's no way this is the real story. So then we get the wrongful lawsuit death against the church that started in February. Enter Mike Rinder into the scene as he was cleaning up this mess. Somebody who is having a manic episode like she would have been put on something called the introspection rundown. And yes, she would have been completely isolated from everyone else because she was dangerous. Okay. But because Scientologists dogmatically believe that no other therapy is useful or helpful or, healing, that only they have the solution to the mind, they would not have taken her to anywhere to get actual assistance. Okay. And if she just sat there in a coma, then good. She's just resting. She's quiet, but they can't administer IV fluids. They can't do all these things because they're not medical professionals. Right. And then in 2004, okay, so 8 years, it took 8 years of litigation to reach a confidential settlement to the Lisa McPherson Trust. All right. So, oh, who's that? Is it Marty? Yeah. He ordered the last 2 days of the logs destroyed. He feared they incriminated the church. Here are excerpts that were not destroyed. So this is the stuff that they thought was okay. Okay. November 18th, Lisa's talking since about 30 minutes. I created time 3 billion years ago, and now I'm dramatizing it since then. I am LRH, and I didn't confront it because I didn't confront that power. I want to dance. I need my auditor. I need to confront my mom. 3:15, she's still talking nonstop. She tried to get out of the door. I went into the room. She was totally type 3. Type 3 is psychotic. That's Scientology speak for psychotic. Blabbering, incoherent, nonstop, shaking, no warm clothes on, a bra top plus shorts and shoes, no socks. She fell asleep for 4 hours, then got up. I finally chased her around the place 50 times, got on slacks, t-shirt, jacket, socks, shoes. She was like an ice cube. She talked incoherently hour after hour. She refused to eat and spit out everything she took. Her breath was foul. She looked like measles and chickenpox on her face, had a fever to my touch. After 1 p.m., she went violent, hit me a few times, telling me in a rage she was to kill me a number of times. I called the guard outside. He stayed with me during the rage, but she still smacked me around. I did cover and guard myself, but she was out of control. What I want to point out, this woman is not eating. She's not sleeping. She's in a complete, absolute state of psychosis. There is not 1 ounce of love or empathy for this human being. I'll scoot to the last entry that we have. This is from December 3rd. Okay. Tried to feed her again, but wouldn't take anything. She thought we were psychos or other enemies who wanted to kill her. She was right. 10 a.m., she slept most of the time, several hours of really good sleep, deep sleep. When she awakened this a.m., she was very confused and combative. 2 p.m., appears to be awakening. She has tried to stand several times, but is not strong enough. She's not strong enough to stand up, guys. I'm going to feed her some mashed banana and protein powder. Have been in calm with security regarding getting more money for her. Guys, she's in a hotel, a literal hotel. And they are charging her money to hold her captive. This person is concerned that the allocation budget is not going to be enough to go down to the kitchen and get her a goddamn banana. They made her pay for her own imprisonment. They charged her for that hotel room that she was in. And then they drove 45 minutes away. There were 3 other hospitals. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 other hospitals that they could have taken her to an emergency room when they finally decided to get it together and take her to an emergency room. But instead, they drove to the one hospital that had a Scientologist doctor on the ER staff. Okay. And that was, dear friends, this man right here, Dr. Minkoff. Okay. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Click here to see more about Dr. Minkoff, or click here to see a playlist of some of my favorite videos. And don't forget to subscribe.